Hello YouTube community, welcome to Movement by MaryAnngeline. My name is MaryAnngeline and this is a channel dedicated to all the intermediate advanced yogis looking for some fun and different classes. So today's practice we're going to work a lot about the outer parts of the legs, the sides of the leg, think like IT band, and also into the back, but more back outer edge. And just kind of getting into some funky variations, some externally rotated variations of some postures. All right, so let's get started. A little bit of a more untraditional way today, lying down on our bellies. So think of it as a belly shavasana. And you can either bring your arms out to your sides, or I actually prefer my hands under my forehead so that I can keep my spine long. If you have your arms by your sides, it usually feels better when you turn one ear down. So choose what feels right for you. Won't be here for very long, especially since it's such a short practice. And as you arrive, breathe into your belly so that you've pressed your belly into the mat and expands the lower back. You feel a nice stretch to that lower back. And on the exhale, you soften everything towards the mat, towards center of the body. Let's take 3 deep breaths together. Inhale, expand. Exhale, soften, release. Again, inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Let's turn on muscles of the legs now. So ground down through the tops of the feet. Squeeze the big toes together, hug the inner thighs. If your hands aren't under your forehead, let's all meet there. So hands on the mat, forehead on those hands. Keep the palms glued together on the inhale. Keep the hands connected to the forehead, and float the chest up, just like you would in a low cobra. And as you exhale, lower back down. 2 more times. Inhale, float it up. Feel the spinal muscles engage. Exhale, lower it down. Once more. Inhale, float it up. Exhale, lower it down. Let's open the arms out to the sides. Now palms plant next to the ribs. Elbows point up. Lift up to your low cobra. Slide your hands off your mat. Fingertips to the mat. Tent those hands. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest a little bit higher. Dip the right shoulder, right ear to the ground. Round it on up. Left ear, left shoulder down. Oh, that does feel very good. And to round it up. Take this a couple more times at your own pace. Feeling the stretch into the shoulder, stretch into your neck. Feel the strength of the belly. Continue to feel the strength of the legs. Let that stretch move up the belly as you get a little taller each time. The next time you're in center, hold there. Slowly lower yourself down to your low cobra with your hands back at the side body. Bend the right knee, squeeze the heel towards the body. Plant the right foot to the left side of the mat. Flip on over, come to seated. Both arms reach up, flex your left foot, and fold over the left leg. Continue to squeeze your right inner thigh towards your right arm. And as you round up the spine, slide your left hand to the top of the mat, a little side plank. Excuse me, not side plank. Well, it is a variation of side plank, but wild thing. Keep the right foot down, left leg straight, right arm reaches forward. One more inhale. Exhale, plant the right hand down. Squeeze your right heel to your bottom just like you did on your belly, but now we're in plank pose. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Round the spine, knee to forehead. Go back to that plank with the heel squeezing towards the booty. Round the spine, knee to forehead. And return. One more time. Round the spine. And return. Hold it here. Tap the knee down, shin down between your hands. Kickstand the right foot out. Left arm reaches up. Modified side plank. Stretch. Left arm either up or forward. Walk your hands now to the center, so in front of your hip bones. Lower the booty to the heels. Take a nice little stretch through that left leg. You can call it either a gate pose fold or a one-legged child's pose, stretching through the left inner thigh. Round on up the spine. Plant the hands on the mat, lift the pelvis off the heel. Keep your left leg straight. Sweep it behind you to the right side. And take your gaze towards that right heel. Drop the left knee down to the mat now. The legs will be crisscross. Move the feet out of the way and take a seat. Cow face legs, hands around the ankles, lift the heart, deep breath in. Exhale, begin to fold forward. Feel the compression of the belly to your thighs. Slowly round up the spine. Plant the right foot to the mat. Take your hands in front of that right foot. Come into a standing split. Left leg goes high. Stretch it out. Walk the hands forward. Downward facing dog. Adjust your feet as you need. Heels high on the inhale. Move forward to the top of the mat. Exhale, step, walk, or hop for it. Halfway lift, lengthen, and forward fold. Raise all the way up to stand. Stretch through the full body, and dive it right back down. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold, step it back, plank pose. Lower to your belly in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your left heel to your bottom now. Lift that leg a little bit higher and flip the foot to the outside of the right leg. Lift up to seated. Both arms go high. Flex the foot back and fold forward. This side we're really focusing on left inner thigh, hugging in towards the left shoulder. Round up the spine, slide that right hand to now the top of your mat. Left arm goes up, little wild thing. Stretch it nice and long. Open up through hearts, the little spaces between the ribs. Take one more in-breath. Exhale, plant your left hand next to your right. Squeeze your left heel towards your bottom so you're hovering in this plank. Really active that hamstring. Knee to nose around the spine. And return it. So as you elongate, squeeze heel up and back. 2 more times. Round and open. Last one. Round and open. Bring your left shin between your wrists. Kickstand that heel. Left hand stays down. Right arm reaches up or overhead. Modified side plank. Both hands down to the mat, walk it to center so you're in front of your hip bones. Sit the pelvis down, keep the right leg straight. Such a nice stretch for that inner thigh of the straight leg. Breathe here. Lift the chest up, plant the hands down. Right leg stays straight, sweep it behind you and all the way to the left. Take your gaze towards that foot so you have this kind of banana or C shape into the right side body. Drop the knee to the mat, keep the legs as they are. Simply sit down onto the bottom so you're in cow face legs. Hands to the feet, lengthen the spine, inhale. Fold as you exhale. We'll be here for a moment, so gradually let the spine lower, let the chest compress to the thigh. Round up the spine. Turn to the front of the mat, your original front. Plant the left foot. Standing split, right leg goes high. Walk the hands forward. Walk the feet back, down dog. Heels up, inhale. Malasana pose, exhale, hop or step your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Pelvis down, hands to heart center. Elbows press those knees back. Be mindful that you're not letting your feet roll into the inner arches, but you're really pressing down through the pinky side of the feet. Press down through your feet, rise up to stand. Keep the feet as they are. Stretch your arms high. Right hand to the right side body. Left arm reaches up and over. And continue that stretch going all the way down into a forward fold. Sweeping it through center, coming up through the left side. Right arm is the initiating arm. And let's reverse it all the way down to the left. Round it up to the right. Both arms come up to center. Take a breath in and a breath out. Press down to the balls of the feet. Lift the heels up. Spiral those heels forward. Feel the calves really turn on here. Take one more in breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. Plant the heels down to the ground. Bend the knees. Bring your right elbow to your right knee and transfer your weight to your right foot. Lift the left leg up and take that leg behind you. So we're in, think of it as a externally rotated, right? Because we have the right foot out to the side. Praying mantis with one leg. Let's drop that foot down to the ground. You're now in a externally rotated warrior one. Both arms go high. If for any reason this is way too much for the front leg, just turn the leg to neutral. We have both legs turned out. Take one more in breath. Exhale, fly the arms back, airplane arms. Bring your chest forward. Release the hands down to the ground. Start to straighten out that front leg. It's just a rotated pyramid pose. You should feel the stretch in a different area of the leg. If it's again too much, just turn it back to neutral. Bend the front knee, lift the back heel off the ground. Drop the left knee to the mat. Keep the right toes turned out. Both hands to the inside of that foot. It's a nice little lizard pose here. Power up the back leg. Lift the left knee off the mat. Stay pointed on that left foot. And lift your hips nice and high. Straighten the leg. We're still on the back top of the foot. As you drop the pelvis all the way down, rebend the knee, take the right arm up and over, little quad stretch, grab a hold of the foot. Kick the foot into the hand as you roll the shoulder back. Can you hold on to the foot? Bring the booty up and the heel closer to the hips. Then rotate the foot down to the ground. Stay a hold of it wherever you can hold on. Take the left arm up and over. As you do, adjust your right foot to neutral. So you're in a little bound, modified side angle pose. Release the foot. Sweep the hands into modified side plank. Left hand to the back of the mat. We've been here before. Hands down to mat. Back into our modified gate pose, if you will. Hands to mat. Long spine. Zip the belly in. Engage the right leg. Float the right leg off the mat. Hover it. Beautiful. Lower that foot down. Tuck the left toes under. Once again, hover the right foot. And lower the foot down. Come up to right fingertips, left arm out to a T. One more time, hover that right foot. And lower it down. Turn the right toes to the top of your mat. Shift forward, low lunge. Adjust your back leg. Both arms go high, sweep up. Little baby back bend here. Gaze up and maybe slightly back. Hands to the mat. Tuck back toes, right knee to nose around the spine. Hold your plank. Three-legged plank, shoot it back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift the heels high, inhale. Malasana, step or hop forward. Feet to the outer edges. Booty drops down. Hands to heart center. Elbows inside of the legs. Press the knees back. Emphasize the weight into the pinky sides of your feet. And hold here. Let's make our way up to standing. Press down to rise up. Both arms reach high. Side stretch to the left. Left arm drops down and right arm stretches over. Take it all the way down so you pass through center in that fold. Left arm comes up. Release it down. Sway it over to the left. Right arm comes up. Back to where we started, both arms high. Breath in. Breath out. Feel the whole inner part of your leg, inseam of your leg, heels, everything moving forward as you float the heels off the ground. Inner thighs active, glutes hug in. One more in breath. Exhale, lower the heels to the ground. Bring the hand to heart center, hands to heart center. Bend the knees, transfer left elbow to left leg as you float the right leg off the ground and send the leg behind you. Left foot is externally rotated, so the toes are pointing out. Right foot reaches back. This side is definitely a lot more wobbly for me, but keep at it if that's the same for you, or if not, great job too. Then slowly lower the right foot to the ground. You're in a turned out warrior one. Reach the arms up. Lift the heart. Then deeply into the front foot. So just important here that that knee tracks in the same line as the toes, so match it. If the knees point forward, then just take those toes forward. But if you can keep that inner thigh pressed out, following your toes, great. Take one more in breath. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Straighten out that left leg, think pyramid here. You get a little bit of a deeper stretch to the outer part of the leg in this variation. But I can't stretch it enough. If it doesn't feel right, just come back to neutral, the pyramid that you know. Let's bend the left knee, spiral the right heel up. Lower the knee down to the ground, so we're in a lizard pose. Toes point back behind you, hands down to mat. Power up the back leg, lift the knee off the ground, toes are pointed. Start to lift the pelvis up, straighten the front leg. We're still on the top of the back foot. Lower it down, rebend the front knee. Back knee taps down. Heel squeezes to bottom as the left arm goes up and over to hook onto the foot for a quad stretch. As you pull the foot towards you, also press the foot away. So the hands pulling the foot and the strength of the legs pressing the foot away. Stay connected to your foot now, so hand stays on the foot. Lift the hips up and slightly back. Start to rotate your foot to the ground, but you're still holding on to it as it taps down. Right arm reaches forward or up. So we're in a modified kind of bound side angle, if you will. Breathe slowly, breathe fully. All right, release the foot. Release your hands. We're gonna walk it to the back of the mat, plant the hand, left arm shoots up, side plank, modified side plank. Bring the hand down to the mat, in front of your right knee, in this kind of gate setup or even one-legged table setup. Pause here. Zip the belly in. Gaze straight down. Begin to float your left leg off the ground. So flex or point the foot, float the leg up, hold it. Lower the foot down. Tuck your right toes so you can stabilize a little bit better. Float the leg up, hold it. Lower the leg down. Now take your opposite, your right hand out to the T. Hold it. Float the left leg up. For 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Slowly walk your hands to the top of the mat, bend the knee. Let's come into a low lunge. Both arms go up. Take a breath in and think a little baby back bend here. Hands down, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Left knee to nose, around the spine, hold it. 3-legged plank, shoot it out. Chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Heels go high. Malasana, top of the mat. Pause here. Elbows to the insides, hands to heart center. So now we're going to keep that right elbow connected to the right inner thigh. And just like we did earlier, we'll keep the right toes turned out. Shift the weight, send the left leg straight back. So we just went right into it rather than going from standing. Hold it here. Right palm touches down, straighten out the right leg. Reach the left arm up. Think of this, again, externally rotated, but now half moon. Can you come back the same way we went in? So bend the right knee, hands to heart center, right elbow to the inside of the leg. Bring your left knee to your left elbow. Give it a little tap. And touch back down, Malasana. Other side, transfer all your weight to your left. Keep the elbow connected to the inner leg. Send the right leg straight back, so we're going right into the posture. If it's a few baby steps, that's okay too. Left hand to the ground, straighten out the left leg. Right arm reaches up. Modified little half moon. Coming out the same way, hands to heart center. Bend the left knee, left elbow to the left inner thigh. Right knee to the right elbow. Touch down, Malasana. Shake the hips out right to left. Drop the pelvis down to the ground. Feet together, knees wide, butterfly. Breath in. Exhale, fold. As you hold this stretch, take a moment to let gratitude for the body just wash through you. Remembering that each time we're on the mat, it's a little different. And even as I create these flows, I think it's really important to continue to challenge ourselves, which is why a lot of times you'll see me, tap down or wobble out or fall out, because that is the process, right? It's trying something new, it's doing something different, so that we can continue to evolve in our bodies, continue to open up different areas, different aspects of ourselves that we may not have known of. Round up the spine. Bring your knees together. Plant your feet as wide as you can on your mat. Lean back, touch down on the hands, and just rock the knees side to side. We did a lot for our hips today, really with that extremely rotated work, especially if you're not used to that. It could have been a little different for you. And straighten out your legs, flex the feet, bring the forearms down to the ground. Little fish pose here. So roll shoulders back, lift the heart, drop the head down. Take it into whatever depth of fish you like. I'm going to keep mine pretty subtle this morning for me. Maybe it's night for you. Slowly make your way out of it. Open up the elbows wide so that you may lie down on the back body. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. Take the left hand to the outside of that foot. Straighten the leg up towards the sky. If you can't hold onto the foot, it's okay. Hold on anywhere else to the outer leg. And guide the leg across the body to the left. Right arm can reach out to a T, or if you want the quad stretch, grab a hold of the foot. Squeeze the heel in towards the body. And pause here. Continue to roll the shoulders down to the ground. If you have the bottom foot, release it. Bring the right leg back to center. Give it a nice squeeze in towards chest. Bend the knee. And straighten the leg out. Hug the left knee into your chest. Tight squeeze. Right hand to the outside of the left foot. Straighten out the leg. And guide it across to the right. If you took the quad stretch, grab the bottom foot. Squeeze the heel in. And rotate yourself. Try to get both shoulder blades to the mat as much as possible, but not forced. So today was a lot of work through the outsides of the leg, or the sides of the leg. Back and sides, if you will. Let's release the bottom foot. Bring it to center. Give that left leg a nice squeeze in towards the chest. And release the leg long. Adjust yourself into your final pose, shavasana. We're here for such a short amount of time, so let your body embrace it. Let it melt so you can absorb everything you experienced today. When it's time, I will guide us out. Just be and enjoy. Begin to bring some movement back into the body. And let this movement bring you up to seated. Once you're seated, bring your hands together, eyes closed. Rub the palms, create some heat. Place the left hand on the heart, right hand on top of the left. Bow the chin towards the heart space. Breathe in gratitude, love, and support for yourself. And breathe out love, gratitude, and all the support you can give to others. I want to thank you for joining me, and until next time. All right, thank you everyone. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or requests on classes, you can put them in the comment box below. And if you want more, there's so many things you can do with me. You can subscribe to my newsletter. Wow, my words right now. Or sign up for the virtual studio. I do have some retreats coming up this next year for 2022. So if you're interested, maybe you send me an email. All right? So I'll see you all next time. Don't forget, every Friday I launch a new video.